going to do tonight is making a red swag. So this is a swag that I got from Craft Outlet. Now I have pinned all of the supplies that I'm using right now in a comment that's here in the live. Some of these items I did receive recently in a wreath supply box, and these exact items were not available, but you can find lots of similar items like that at places like Craft Outlet. A lot of this came from DecoExchange, but this is the first item. This is a swag from Craft Outlet. I forget how long it is. I think this is like the 24-inch, and it's item XX203424. I've had this since last year, and I'm like, I better use this. So we're going to decorate this today. I have some fun stuff. I have some border stripe mesh. I put a very similar product link in my list in the comments. But what I'm excited about for this is these two jeweled babies. Check that out. We are going to use these jewels tonight. Woohoo! We're going to get bejeweled. All right, and I got lots of ribbons and stuff. We are going to do some really fun stuff. So what I'm going to do is something I haven't done before. I know, right? Exciting to do it on a live. I'm going to use this 10-inch mesh, but I'm not cutting it into ruffles. I'm actually going to drop it to the floor, and I'm going to put it in here as like poofs. I've seen other people do this, and I like how it looked, and I don't want this to be too massive, so this will give me some, it'll give me some filler here without being overly crazy. So I'm going to start by gathering my mesh, making a mesh of myself, making a poof, just kind of like that, making my poof. How long is this poof? I'm going to say this is about a 12-inch poof. I don't want these to be huge because this is only a 2-foot long swag, so this is not the big giant 3-footer. But I'm going to put that in here, and I'm just twist that right into the tines. I'm just so happy to see red, white, and blue. Now I'm going to kind of keep going over, and I made a swag the other day, a bee swag, and I kind of went down and then up again. I'm not going to do that this time. This time I kind of want to go over side to side. So now I'm going to put this one up here. Oh boy, these lights are hot. Oh man, these are hot. I just want to make sure that I have enough good coverage up here at the top. I'm not going to make this full going down, but I want to be able to have like a dome of mesh across the top, if you will, I guess is a good way to explain it. And I do have comments up on the side. I can't figure out how to get Facebook to leave the comments up all the time, so I don't have to keep popping over there and touching it. It likes to be touched. I charge for that. Okay. Here we go. All right, now I want this to be a little bit bigger. I'm going to pull a little bit more out of that. There we go. And that's why I like using the border stripe, because that's really what you like to see there. That looks really cool. Okay, so I'm going to kind of come around and go back. Let's see, I'm going to go in here. Put some in here. It's making a poofy there. Come back over here and do a poof. I was hoping it would go faster this way. I don't think it's going to be faster. There we go, just twisting it in there. And again, if these are really long when we're done with the swag, we can just trim the excess of these. We don't necessarily have to have those sticking out so far. Here we go. I just wanted to do something other than cruffles. You know how you get sick of doing the same thing all the time? Like housework. No, not like housework. Though I am proud of myself. I changed my sheets today. Oh, what an exciting day. It's been a while. Sad to say it's been kind of a while. So yeah, that needed to be done. I had so much dog hair in the sheets. I could have probably I could have assembled another dog. There was a lot. There was a lot going on. All right. Yeah, a little smaller than that. Here we go. Da, da, da. I'll pull that one over. There we go. Like making sure we can see the ends. And most of this you're probably not even going to see anyway. By the time we get everything in there, it's not going to be too many. Justin's on. Emily. Good morning, Emily. Good morning down under. It's still Friday night here. I hope you had a fun Friday night. And I'm excited to know what ribbon you decided to order. So let me know what you decided to go with. So Emily is in, it's Australia, right, Emily? And so she has a friend that's coming down to see her. So she's going to order some ribbon and have the friend bring the ribbon down. So we were trying to measure out how much space it was going to take up in the suitcase and everything. And I don't think it'll be too bad. I have traveled with rolls of ribbon before, and usually I can just kind of, it shoves well. You can just cram that stuff right in there, you know. But it's good to have a friend be able to bring you stuff, you know. I don't know why, like, supplies like this aren't more popular, like, across other countries. It seems like it's kind of just a thing here. I don't know. Honestly, somebody could make a lot of money if they decided to start marketing these to places outside the U.S. I do not have the brain to do that. So, yeah. I know my limitations, because that would involve math, and that is not my thing. All right, squeeze that in here. Just kind of filling it out. We're going to have a lot of stuff in here, so I'm not too concerned with making this overly full. I do want to get some over on this other side, though. Let's go over here. Let's see what we're doing. Come on, pretty baby. Don't give me attitude. I'm also like this close to losing a couple fingernails. They're acrylics, not my actual fingernails, but like what's on the top of there. So trying to be very careful of that because I don't have another nail appointment like that. It's the only pretty beauty thing I ever bothered to do for myself. You know what? I'm going to move this one up. I'm going to move it up. Yep. So yeah, getting my nails done is kind of, it's my only good fun thing I do for myself. And it's probably most of the time the only thing about me that people see anyway. So better to see the hands. The face don't look too good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Alrighty. I'm going to come around here. I thought this was going to take less time than doing cruffles, but I was wrong, actually. Going back now, I probably would have done cruffles instead. But I still wanted to try something new and different. So here we go. Get in there. That sticks out too far. I'm still trying to keep that shape going down. And you know, that's okay though. That's why we can undo it. Pull in a little bit of the extra. I know I am extra in general, but I don't want to be extra when it comes to the volume on some of these things. There we go. Much better. Much better. There we go. Oh. I have to take my daughter to Chuck E. Cheese tomorrow. I stupidly admitted to take her to Chuck E. Cheese. There is not a worse place I can think of going. I hate Chuck E. Cheese. It's just, it's a giant germ farm, and it's so loud. It would, like, I don't know. It would be cheaper if I just bought her the darn toys instead of trying to win the tickets. But I know it's all about the thrill of the hunt and the thrill of the win. But, oh God, it's so loud. And on a Saturday, too. Oh, what we don't do for our kids, right? I mean, I gotta be good to the kid. She's been good to me. All right. I pulled that one a little too tight, so I'm going to pull it a little bit more. There we go. This is making a good shape. Now this one's going to kind of go down the center. Hey, it's got a fupa, just like me. Wow. I definitely see myself in the shape of this. Yeah. Completely flat backside, but wide and a little jiggly toward the bottom. Oh my gosh, it's me. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Oh, here we go. Oh, let's get this in here. I'm excited about the ribbons we're using tonight too. Some of these I've had since last year. I had like a 50-yard spool of a red with glitter stars on it, which is really pretty, and I have a lot of that still to use. So that's on my list of things I want to not necessarily use up, but I can leverage a lot of it. Okay, go for one more out this way. Not too wide though, just, you know, just enough. Here we go. I think that's too wide. Let me pull it in a little bit. There we go. Now these tines get a lot smaller the more we get toward the bottom. I wish they were a little bit longer toward the bottom. Just a hair. But that's all right. We're getting there. We're getting there. Oh, I just can't believe it's time for Patriotic stuff. And then after that, it's Halloween. Like, it's that close. It's crazy. I'm going to start making Christmas, I think, in June, maybe even earlier. This year, there's a lot going on. A lot of stuff to do. I make my tomato cage trees. Each one takes me about 3.5 hours. So, and I need to make a lot of them for fall. So I start early. I don't think I need anything else on the bottom. I think that was actually probably it. Maybe I'll do a little tiny. I'm going to do a little tiny little loopy guy on the bottom. Like a little baby one. I'll try to find one I can bend with him. Here we go. There we go. It's got his little... It looks like it has a scrotum. It totally looks like it's got a ball sack, guys. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. Oh my gosh. Oh, inappropriate, yes. Funny, also yes. Yeah. I might take that one out. You know, I think maybe we're done at that point. I think, yeah, I'm going to be done with that. I cannot in good conscience put a scrotum on the bottom of my swag. Wow. I mean, I do have another, like, firecracker thing we could stick to hanging off the bottom, but that's not what we're going for. That is not the look we want. Oh, my God. I'm sorry. Look, this is what you get with me, guys. You knew this. You knew this about me coming in. Don't pretend you didn't. All right. Here we go. No one's going to see that. So here we go. That looks much better. All right. Okay, excellent. So now that we have that going, let me pick up the roll so I don't step on it. Check comments really quick. Hi, Pam. Thanks for joining. Here we go. Rolling this back up. And there's still enough on here where if I paired this with another kind of mesh, I could probably fill out a good portion of like one of those evergreen wreaths with cruffles. So this is enough to hold on to. I'd say it's probably got at least maybe a quarter of the roll left. Not bad. Toss it over there. Okay, the next thing I want to do, I want to start with my bow. So we are going to get the bow maker out. Careful. Careful. Don't knock it over. I'm going to move these just for now while I get the bow maker out. Okay. Here she comes. All right, this is the Easy Bows Design Pro. I know you guys have seen this before. My favorite tool ever. Let me grab my ribbons. Hold on. There we go. All right, let me show you what we're going to be using for the ribbons. So, I got this in a wreath supply box that came very, very recently. And it's got all sorts of firecrackers on there, which I love. So this is my favorite pattern to use for 4th of July for 4-inch. I've also seen it in beige and also in white. So we're going to start with that. And we're just only going to use, I think for now, just one bow I'm going to use up at the top. It's going to be kind of a bigger bow. Might have a little cascade coming down, but I'm not going to add the cascade now. I can fake it later just by adding in a little piece of ribbon and tucking it in. So for now, I'm just going to make a nice I guess it's the terry bow style, I believe. So I'm gonna start by dovetailing and figure how I think I want to go kind of like this, that big. So that is a 9-inch tail. So I'm gonna pinch and twist, okay? So we can get this in here. Oh, Pam, you're gonna buy the tutorial for the tomato cage trees. Awesome. They're fun. They are so fun, and they don't have to be just for Christmas. I've made them for Easter, I've made a 4th of July tree, Halloween tree. If you do like one with a witch's hat, really super, super cute. All right, so this loop is going to come over, and because that was about a 9-inch tail, I think I'm going to do about probably about a 7-inch wide loop on the first one. Because again, this is not super wide. So if I did a 7-inch loop there and a 7-inch loop here, now I'm not afraid to admit that sometimes I'm not sure if that's big enough or too big. So I literally take it out and I just hold it up, and I'm like, is that good? That's good. That looks good. Okay, so then this is going to come out a little past 9 inches so that I can add a little dovetail. All right, I'm pushing those wired edges together. And then I'm going to do a little snip, snip. Guys, I saw the funniest thing on, I read it, I think it was on people.com, but you know there was an earthquake today up in the Northeast here in the U.S., and they don't usually get earthquakes up there, so it took some people by storm, but there was a gentleman that was in the middle of getting his vasectomy when it happened. And then he posted all about it, and I guess it's got like millions of views now, but can you imagine being in a delicate surgery like that, and all of a sudden the walls shake and unexpectedly? I wonder what they do in those kind of situations other than like completely stop what they're doing. But if you were doing like a delicate brain surgery, that would be very scary. Very scary. Yeah, funny if it's something like that, but not so funny if it's something else. But holy cow. We had one like in Illinois, like in southern Illinois, a couple years ago, but we don't really get them here. Okay, so this is a Chevron ribbon. Now it has what they call the drift edge. I just like to call it the fuzzy fleecy edge. It's so soft. I love it. It's so soft. So we're going to put that as our next layer on. And then we'll do the red. So here, you know what? I'm trying to move this back a little bit. Hopefully you guys can see this a little better. I'm so scared of pushing that back too far. Okay, there we go. There we go. Hopefully this is a little bit better now. All right, now this I believe is still available. I think it was Craft Outlet, I'm not sure, but check in the comments. I got this at Craig Bachman at their warehouse sale, so I got a couple rolls of this, but I was able to find a couple places that still have it. It's really nice. I like this ribbon. Anything with a drift. Okay, so that was 7 inches. So this loop is going to be like 6.5. Still big, but not covering up the other one completely. Okay, and that tail looks like it's touching 8 inches. Okay, so we're going to do a 6.5-inch loop. All right, and then this comes out to a little past 8 and dovetail. And I'm double checking my glue gun is ready to go because a lot of these florals we're going to put in later, they're going to be glued. Okay. It is kind of hard to fluff my ribbon all the way with the stand where it is, but I am too afraid to move anything else. I know I'm going to knock that white thing over. I just know it. All right. I'm going to put the white away. The next one we're going to use is that red with the glitter stars that I was telling you about. That's 50 yards. Let me get the pin out. But here you go. I love that. It's such a very pretty red, and it's got red and blue glitter stars, and then it's just got the white solid stars. Love that. So that's going to be our next layer. And this one, we dovetail the end. Bloop. All right. If this one ended at 8 inches, and I'm going to end this one probably like 7.5. There we go. There we go. I can always trim it, give it a little haircut when I'm done. All right. So that was a 6.5-inch loop before it. Now we're going to do some 6-inch loops. 6. because once we put our bow on there, once I get it all tied together and then I get it attached into the swag, it's going to suck it in a little bit. So we want to make sure that our topmost layers have enough room where they're not going to look like they're choking when we're done. All right. Here we go. All right, tail up, loop down. Alrighty, this is starting to look pretty. Here, there we go. Okay, the next layer, I've got two 1.5 inch ribbons. I have the stars and the white. I'm going to go with the white right now because I'd rather have that to be closer to the top. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. I lied. Only because this is my topmost layer, this glitter one, and I don't want to have blue on top of blue, so I'm going to do blue. And look at that, it's double-sided. Look at that double-sided with the little checkered pattern. Love it. We're going to go white next. They call this the hexagonal confetti, I think was the name of it. Really pretty, though. I don't know if I've seen this before, but I'm loving it. I really like this. All right, so that tail's going to come out. It hit it like 6.5. So if that was what was that? That was like a 5.5. We're going to do this at like a 5-inch loop here. 5.5. 5-inch loop here. And maybe a little bit bigger. Just a little bit bigger. Because I have another 1.5 inch to put on after this. All right, I'm going to check it out. Yep, that looks good. And this is really stiff. I like that. Giggity. Sorry. All right, there we go. That's looking nice. Get that off of there. Trying to be careful not to scratch my gems. I don't want to scratch my gems, but the gem placement really depends on where I put the bow. So we are going to see where that goes. Oh, I love this double-sided ribbon. Look at that. Gorgeous. Beautiful. I'm actually, because I'm afraid if I dovetail it, it's going to do a weird thing. So I'm actually going to take these ends and I'm going to just pinch them up once, twice. That's how I'm going to do the end of this ribbon. There we go. I like that. It's going to come in here. And that one's looking at like a 6-inch tail on that one too. Pinching and twisting. And this is going to be probably 4.5 inch. Yeah, it's about a 4.5 inch on this layer. Because again, remember, it's going to suck it in. All right. Now this one I have to remember to cut longer because I have to fold the end in. So let's see. Okay, that's a little too much. I can cut a little bit off of there. I want to fold this end up. I want to bend it. Fold it. Here we go. So pretty. So, so pretty. Oh, now I want a hot dog at a picnic. Yeah. I don't know why, but every time I think of 4th of July, I just think of Mike's Hard Lemonades. That's my 4th of July. I've gotten drunk many 4th of July on those babies. And not the regular kind, but like the kind that come in a can that have the extra alcohol. Because why not? If I'm gonna get a little wasted, then I'm gonna do it as cheaply as possible. Those things are like $3 a can. All right, this tail is hitting at 5 inches, and I think this is going to be a 3.5 inch. Yep, 3.5 inch on the loop. All right, 3.5 inch on the loop. There we go. All right. and I don't dovetail this. I just cut this on an angle because it's so small. If I dovetail it, it ends up just looking like two little spikes, and then it looks like it's got fangs. We don't want that. We don't want fangs. Nope. All right. Oops. I'm going to trip over this tool behind me. I'm grabbing 2 red pipe cleaners. Okay. And I want a lot of room to be able to work with it and feed it through. So most of these I'll cut off, but this just helps me until I get it through there. So I'm going to twist these. Ooh, now that I have a white background, I can really see that I have this new eye floater that I can't get rid of. He's dark and he's shaped like the letter C, and he's squiggly, and his name is Squiggy. But he's really annoying me. I hope these things go away. I've had them before, but they lasted just a little while. This one's been here like a week. He needs to get evicted. Squiggy needs to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Your squiggly line has got to go. All right, putting my finger underneath it. Pulling it through. Ah, I love that snapping sound. Now I'm making sure that this is still in a line, right? And then I'm just going to push straight down, because I don't want anything to start moving off of the line. Then your loops don't lay right. So I'm just going to make sure that that's positioned well before I give it the good final tug. And snip that off. Okay. Now I twist this. I do not want this like slipping along on here. There we go. So that's why I give it a good twist. All right. Let me move my ribbons out of the way now so that I don't knock everything over. Gem 1, Gem 2. And now when I hear Gem, I just think she's truly outrageous from the 80s. Truly, truly, truly outrageous. Yeah. That was a little after my time. My cousin was into that, but she was more into Rainbow Bright. All right. So let's get this all sorted out here. So we've got, I'm going to lay it down. It's easier for me to do that. As I separate out my loops, making sure that nothing is getting hidden from the layers in front of it. I like to pinch the center where the loops are because that helps hide that zip tie. All right, going through here. And I will check comments in just a second. I'm sorry I have not been checking them often. I wish I had like a big TV or something. I do have a TV in here, but it doesn't keep the comments on unless I'm constantly touching the screen, which is very annoying. Marilyn! Oh, and my aunt is watching, and Lynette. Awesome. Perfect. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. All right. And I'll still fluff this again once we get it on here. But for right now, this puppy, I'm going to just center this baby right on here. And I'm kind of poking it down between, like right here. I'm kind of basically like finding, kind of what I'm calling like the neck. You know, like that's a little bit of the head, so this kind of be like the neck. Now, you know what? I'm going to go down a little further. That just was a little too, it was just a little too floppy. All right, let me find this side here. Maybe I'll go underneath here. There we go. That's why I left the pipe cleaners really long, so that I don't have to struggle so much. I can just find where I want it and make sure that it goes there. But I want to make sure I also have enough room. Yeah, it's plenty of room for my 2 gems. So we're going to put this here. So let me pull it up. I'm moving my hand behind here so that I can get this really well situated here on the swag. It's probably not a good time for me to wonder if I shaved my armpits. You guys can't see that, can you? Okay, good. All right, here we go. All right, gonna push those in under there. I would like to push it up a little bit if I could, but I don't know. I think I need a little bit of that back there. Yep, All right, cool. We're good. Because I can also put some additional ribbons and stuff coming out there. All right, so let me tighten this up. So I'm twisting those pipe cleaners around the spine of the swag. And I'm going to leave about a good 3 to 4 inches in case I ever decide I want to move this. In case I ever decide maybe this bow is going to go on something else. I don't want to have to try to stick a pipe cleaner underneath the zip tie that's already there. So let me snip, and I just take the ends of that and poke it right around. There we go. Right back into the swag. No one's ever going to see it. They're never going to know. They're never going to know. All right, here we go. All right, so I may put some more roller coasters in coming out of here. That really just kind of depends on what I see later on. But I want to get my gems on next, so that's the exciting part. So, so here's my talk with the gems. I got these from DecoExchange, and they're very nice. I like them very much. But in the future, I would get ones. Do you see how the black, the back is plain? Most of the ones I've gotten, like the Firecracker brand, they have like a coating on the back or like a paint on the back. I tried to put a cable tie mount on the back of here. And what happened was it was extremely obvious that there was one there. It was like a big white spot in the bottom of it. So I hurried up and I took it off and I scraped it off as best I could. And I don't think you're going to see that too much when I put these in here. Because normally I would like to have another attached it to there so that it can kind of hold that sideways. But it did not look good with this particular brand of gem. So I probably won't order these again that don't have the solid back on there. Hold on. It's got schmutz on it. I'm trying to wipe it off. Oh my gosh, I look like I'm feeling myself up with the gem here. That's not what I'm doing. Okay. I want to do the blue first and then the red. So I've already attached a chenille stem. I just wrapped it around the top of this here. And the top of this is not coming off. This is not going anywhere. So I'm going to feed it through right here as my first one. Now, I'm not going to wrap it straight around because then it's going to fling out like that. I'm going to kind of try to wrap it like that so it goes on more of a gentle slope, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to feed that up through here. If I can grab it. Grab it, grab it, grab it. Yeah. Here we go. All right. And I might actually just take some glue later on and glue it right onto some of the mesh to help keep the position. But for right now, I think this is pretty good. I'm trying to flatten it in there a little bit. There we go. So I'm taking the rest, the end of my pipe cleaner, and I'm just wrapping that around the spine a couple of times where it's not going to move. Oh, please don't take my fingernail. Don't take my fingernail. No. Leave my thumbnail. Please don't take it. Please don't take it. All right, here we go. There, and she's on there. She's on there good. All right, so we're happy with that. We're happy with that. I like that you can see a little bit of the bubbly mesh. Just laying really nice. These do seem to attract a lot of, like, if you've got glitter in the space and stuff, so I might have to Windex this when I'm done. So now the other one, I'm going to kind of feed it right through. See this spot right here? I'm going to kind of start feeding it up through there, but then kind of go at an angle. So my hand is trying to come from the other side and grab that one. All right, I got it. Kind of going around the spine here. All right, so then let's take a look where we want this guy to be. There, I like it just like that. It's perfect, perfect. All right, now I'm just wrapping the pipe cleaner around the spine. Around and around and around she goes. Where she stops, well, I am determining. And the other thing is, once you get it in there, if you want to adjust it too, you can always undo what's up on the top here and just kind of raise it up. I might do that. I might raise it up just a little bit right now. So I'm going to undo this one. Just kind of raise her up just a little bit. Like, not even a ½ inch. Let's see if I like that. Yeah, because I'm going to have florals and stuff in here, so you're not going to see this. But that's perfect. I like that. And I probably will do something with bringing the ribbons down toward the bottom. Just because I feel like it probably would need something down on the bottom right here. So, okay, so far we're looking good. Here's where we're at so far. Let me think, what do I want to do with the ribbons? I definitely want to bring a little bit of this 4-inch pattern down toward the bottom, but I think I just might do that just by adding a tail. I don't want to go crazy. I know, okay, so the ribbons are sitting in a bin behind me, and I'm pretty sure that my butt's going to knock them off. Yeah. Oh well. So, alright, so we're going to go like, how big is this? This, I just cut this piece. This piece is 19 inches long because it's going to suck in there quite a bit. So I can always make this, I can always cut it shorter on the bottom. I can dovetail it shorter if I need to, but I don't want to cut it too short. Alright, let me find my center point. I'm going to bend it in half. There's my center. Okay. I'm going to want that right here. Okay. There we go. There we go. I'm liking that. But we need to put some more ribbon in here. So let's see what else we're going to do. I think I'm going to take the red and I think, thank God this is not directional. I hate working on swags with directional ribbon. I don't know what it is. Okay, so that's gonna, I don't know why I just did that. I'm gonna, this can kind of twist right in here. I'm just twisting that in there to hold it. Remember I said I was gonna put in little fake roller coasters. Well, this wasn't part of the bow, but it's gonna kind of look like it was. So, all right, so we're gonna come out, and I got a spot right here. I'm gonna open this up. I'm gonna put that in here. Okay, a nice little one. Let me see where else we can loop this down too. Oh, there's a spot right in here. I'm going to open this up. Where's the other end? There we go. All right. All right, and then this I'm just going to cut as a tail, dovetail. There we go. And I'm probably going to do the same now on this other side. Here we go. All right, put that right in here. Excellent. I'm probably going to add some more ribbons up to the top as well, just because I think it needs it. All right. Okay. So I kind of want to add one higher up. If I put it down here, it's going to look too symmetrical with this one, and I don't want it to have this symmetrical look. So I'm going to poke it. I'm trying to find 2 tines that seem to, oh, here we go. I found 2 I can use. Okay, so that makes number 1. I don't think I like that. There, that looks a little better. All right. And then this one will come down here. All right. Now I gotta give myself a little bit more slack because this one's kind of in there deeper. So we're gonna go twist that, give that a twisty. Here we go. All right. Oh. All right, and we'll give this a little bit of a longer tail. Oh, I'm excited to go see fireworks this year. My daughter and I go to the high school, and there's a big hill, which gets really buggy. But it's like a perfect view where we get to see the good fireworks in the golf club, but we're not stuck in the golf club traffic afterwards. But I think last year after we did it, we got lost. We couldn't find the car. I'm like dragging these bag chairs and a cooler and all this stuff all over the place. And yeah, that was fun. Not. Okay. There we go. We're getting there. Getting there. Now I'm going to grab... You know what? I'm going to make... Let's see. There we go. I'm going to add just one of these tails in the top. There we go. So do you guys throw up? Do you guys set off your own fireworks, or do you like to watch other people's fireworks? I'm afraid of people that set them off at home because I had a bad experience as a child. One of the fireworks jumped back in the box and it ended up kind of like exploding all over us and sparks are flying, and I think that's where I get my fear of fire from. But who knows? That was at Mr. and Mrs. Truitt's house on Virginia Avenue when I was a kid. My aunt knows them. I don't know if my mom's watching, but they were our lovely neighbors. All right. Ew, we don't want the tail end in there. Get out of there. Get out of there. All right. All right, and I think I want to put... See where I had this tail in here? I want to put another tail in there as well. A shorter one, to be short. A shorter one. But I definitely want to add a little something in there. I like this pattern. This is... It's pretty. And, you know, at first I thought that the fluffy drift edge would look too much like winter stuff, but it really doesn't, in my opinion, anyway. It just looks fuzzy. Ugh, this is a tight one. I'm trying to get that in there. Ugh. Go in there, baby. There we go. All right. I'm liking that. Still think I need some other ribbon. What I'm going to do is get the reversible ribbon. Oh, hold on a second. You know what? I'm adding some more tails. Hold on. Kind of a shorter one. But I just want to have a little more pop of color in there. This might be too short, actually. Yeah, that's too short for there. So I'm going to try to put this one... I don't know, maybe in here. There. There. Gives it just a little bit of popping up in there. There we go. That's when I do a little one over here too, but longer than the one I just cut. That was too short. Here we go. Let me see what everybody's saying. So what do you guys do for 4th of July? Goodwill yesterday looking for things. Who would say, get that, it'll make a great resale container. You know, you can, sometimes you can find really good resale containers there, or candlesticks, and you put a little foam on there and you can make a whole candlestick arrangement. But I only do those with ones I can find at Goodwill, because like I can't, you know, we can't spend that kind of we can't spend good money on candlesticks like that because they're expensive. But it's like, why not? And it's, you know, probably just sat on somebody's shelf for God knows how long, you know? So nothing wrong, in my opinion, with using stuff from Goodwill. And that way, if you mess up, it's not the end of the world, you know? I used to not want to use 4-inch ribbon and lots of other stuff because I was so afraid, what if I ruin it? Yeah, but then what's the point of having it? So, like, just do it, you know? Just do it. And if it gets ruined, so what? It's okay, you know? I mean, yes, it's money. Nobody wants to waste money. But, you know, it is what it is. Oh, okay. I'm going to grab that reversible 1.5 inch because I just think that is gorgeous. And then a little bit of this. I think I want to make some curls coming down out of here, guys. I think I'm going to take this. I'm going to wrap me some curls. All right. Perfect. So then how long was that other side? Okay. So you saw what I did. I wanted to see how long of a curl I would need. Do-do-do. Rolling on the finger. Rolling, rolling, rolling on my finger. Ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba. Sorry. Now all I can think of is Miss Congeniality when they were in Vegas. Oh, God, I love that movie. All right, I'm opening this up. And I can always trim this again if it's too long. I can give it a haircut. But I just feel like this needed a little something else down here, like a little bit more visual interest. So if I can use little curlies. Yeah, that's a little too long. Too long. So I'm just going to bend it up again. All right. And kind of curl it up. Now this curl, I'll do the opposite direction. There. I like that. Just gives a little extra bounce and flounce down toward the bottom. Alrighty. There we go. I love me some curling ribbon. Okay. So now, the other thing I wanted to do is put just a couple little loopy things here. So I'm just making a loop like this. Now this looks like a really huge loop, right? But once I get it put in here, you're not going to see that much of it. So I don't cut it yet. I actually leave it attached right now. I'm going to open this up. I'm going to put that loop in here. And it helps hide, you know, the red tines that maybe we don't necessarily really want to see so much. But I like the fact that this is, you can see the inside loop and it looks totally fine because it's that double-sided, which is really pretty. And again, I'm going to cut it a little longer because I'm going to bend that up at least twice. There we go. Just kind of let the kind of curl and hang. So cute. Now I'm going to put some florals in here too to hide some of the rest of this stuff. That's coming off of there. And I'm going to do one over on the other side as well. Probably right over here because this is the spot that's not really, you can see it well. The gem's not in the way. If I went down there, you wouldn't really see it very well. So let's do that. Okay, get my loop. This one might have to be a bigger loop because this one is really deep in there. Going into the bowels of the, no, that sounds gross. Going into the deep nether region That also sounds gross. All right, here we go. Bend it once up. Again, kind of add a nice little curl. So just kind of run your hands down the wire, and it kind of gives it that nice little curl. Let me do it over on this side. I don't think I did that. There you go. Sometimes our ribbons like to be manhandled. And I got like one up and one a little down because I don't want them to look symmetrical. I don't want it to look like a pair of Mickey Mouse ears, right? Okay. All right. So I think we are ready to start putting in the other fun stuff, the greenery and whatnot. So let's go over what I have here. Let me go grab it. Okay, I have a wild assortment, a varied assortment of different things here. So I have, these came in my wreath supply box, but you can get these, I didn't see these at DecoExchange listed individually, but I did see these at Craft Outlet. So I think, let me take this off of here. There we go. I don't necessarily want them coming out like that. I'm going to try to separate these if I can. Okay, so I just do a little trim on this paper. Don't be afraid to separate these out. You can always use tape or whatnot to keep them in there together later. Oh, yeah, see how these came apart? So I'm going to use my, well, I have a pick machine, but hold on, you know what? I'm going to wrap the red around the other ones. And there, that's kind of holding it together. And then when I go to glue it, we can glue it in there. I'm just trying to figure out where I would want these to come out. I think kind of like right in here is where I kind of want this to be. So I'm going to actually, this is very short, but I have a tine right here. So I am going to actually wrap the tine around this to kind of hold it in there. All right. Now it's in there, but I'm going to glue it now too. I'm going to add some glue on that. I just didn't trust just gluing it and sticking it in there. So I'm adding some glue, and it's attaching to the tines. But I'm also making sure I'm not getting glue on the ribbon. We do not want to get glue on the ribbon. Apparently, though, we have all the glue snot. Achoo! Oh, so sorry. Oh, yuck. All right, get that off of there. So we got one cute little pick coming up from there. And I can, oh, don't stick your finger in the glue, Linda. Do not do what I just did. That's glue. That's not skin. Don't freak out. That's just glue. But yeah, good times, good times. I can push that tine down. If I want it down a little bit, I'm just going to push it down a little bit. There we go. There we go. There. So that way a little something's poking through, but not too much. And now I have this other big one. I can stick this somewhere else. Tell me where to stick it. All right. I'm going to just cut it right there. Right there. Probably, see, you can still see this white, so I have to put this somewhere where the white is not going to be super obvious. And I think down here would be a little too, it's still sticking out. Then it's going to look, oh my God, you know what that's going to look like, right? I'm not going to tell you. If you can't figure it out, I'm not spoiling it for you. Let me see if I can go. Yeah. So I'm just doing a dry fit right now. There is no glue or anything on here right now. What I'm doing is wrapping one of those red tines around the white. Pushing it in there a little bit so that you don't really see that white. I can pull these out a little bit so that you get to see those a little bit more. I think I might do that with this too. So what I like about these little springy things is you can just kind of pull them up, add a little fun. So now I'm going to add a little glue again along the tines just to kind of hold it in there. There we go. All right, so now I'm going to get the other one out because I can't have it just on one side. That would look a little weird. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing that I just did. First of all, let's get the tag off. Clean up my mess a little bit. Alrighty. All right, now I'm going to pull these apart. Or actually, I'm just going to cut the tape. Oh, come on. There we go. Whew. Well, that's fun. All right, and I'm taking the red one, just wrapping it all around the other one so it's all twisted together. You can also use, you know, if you want floral wire or, you know, I could have used a pick machine, but then you've got a really sharp pick that's not really going into anything, and that to me is a little dangerous, so I don't want to do that to anybody. And then here we go with the other one. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. And I think I want this one to kind of come out, I think, down here a little bit. Okay, so let's go find where we can shove that baby in there. All right, and I have a red tine right here that I can pull it, it'll wrap around this. That'll hold the red one in there. Okay, I'm also going to go in there and add a little dab of glue onto the stick, like a little further deeper in. I just didn't want to glue it and then have to shove it in there because I didn't want to get glue all over my ribbons. I've made that mistake before. And I've had to go back and sometimes replace a couple of the loops in the bow. It was a real pain in the butt. All right. Okay, so that's looking good there. And then I do have these little ones that I think I'm going to try to put maybe like coming out down over here. So I have a tine. I'm going to wrap around. All right, go in. There we go. Okay, it's in there. I'm going to add a little glue. There we go. Typically, we try to avoid gluing anything onto mesh. We don't want to glue stuff right onto the mesh. All right, that's where we've got those little fun little firecrackery guys coming out of there. I wish I had more to put on the bottom, but I've got these other stars and stuff that can kind of go down here. So, really happy with how that's looking. This is my reminder to give my daughter her medication. Oh, I think we're losing a nail. Tragic. Okay, so I have this. Now, this looks like from DecoExchange, they're 60919. It's a little different number. They don't have it for sale right now, but this one is FH807154. You know, and I was thinking about putting the greenery in there, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you want to see a touch of greenery in there, or should we just keep it as the red, white, and blue? I mean, I do have these florals in here, and they've got green on there anyway, so I mean, we're going to have green. We might as well put in the green. What are we thinking? Yes? No? Let me know. What do you think? I've been making things since 2016, but I threw myself into this full time in 2020 after I got laid off, and then my husband passed at the end of 2020. And I decided, let's see if we can make a business out of this, because I need to be home for my daughter when she gets home from school. She's on the spectrum. She goes to a special school, and she's extremely attached and having issues. So I thought that would help best. So it's been slow goings, to be honest. The last couple months I have been so dog tired and just not motivated. So that's on me. That's my fault. I got to change that. But it's been a while. These definitely look bigger than ones I started doing in 2016. Oh my gosh, those were heinous. All right, I think I'm gonna put the greenery in, guys. I'm gonna do it. Boom, boom. Oh no, it's attached. No, attack of the greenery. All right. I'll cut that one a little longer. So I have like 6 of these that I can put in there. So these are the first 3. This is kind of one of the first big ones. I wanna have some greenery in here. I was kind of thinking of kind of bringing some like down here, but that kind of gets in the way of that cascade. But maybe if I put it behind that cascade, it might look a little better. So let me angle this and see what it looks like. I kind of go. Oh boy, I am like weaving this thing through here. I feel like I'm knitting. No, look at that. Look how that's, now, look how far that sticks out. No. But I could. No, not liking that either. I don't know. Okay, definitely gonna put this long one underneath here. This will be a nice spot for it. It needs something under here. I'm trying to find, I have one empty tine. I'm trying to find another one that I can work with. They all feel occupado. Here we go. All right. All right, shoving it in. Shoving it in. I will go back with the glue in a minute. I just want to see if I like this here first before I make the commitment with the glue. Yeah, I'm kind of liking that there. I'm liking it. All right, I'm gluing it. It's going. I'm gluing. I'm gluing. All right. That's gluing. I like it. That was one of the biggest ones. So let's see where else we want to put this. I want to spread these out too. Maybe. Yeah, it looks good. I like that. Okay. Because I can spread it out and then it looks, there we go. Yeah, I got to get that in there a little further. All right. Let me add my little dabs of glue. Where are you, baby? Where'd you go? All right. Go up and down. All right, so then this other one, put on the other side. That was kind of in here, so I'm going to try to, I'm going to go behind. Oh, I'm squishing my loop. I wonder if I can use this one. Oh, that looks like it could work. Let me spread it out and see how this looks. I don't like how that's laying. It's got to go in a little further. I'm going to pull it out of that one. I'm going to put it in. This one's further back. There we go. There, I like that. Okay. Enough that I can commit to gluing that. Okay. There we go. I think I'm actually going to bring this one around there toward the front. There, I like that. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to have to wipe these off with a cloth when I'm done. It's getting a little cray-cray in there. I don't think I'm going to use any more of that greenery. I think that that's enough for that kind, but I am going to try now to move toward where I'm going to put in my roses, and then I can put in the rest of those pickies. Rest of the pickies. Oh, right. Oh, good. I'm glad you like the greenery. Okay, good, good. All right. All right, so let's see. These, now I got these from Hobby Lobby. This particular pack had a different SKU number on it, but I did go online and check Hobby Lobby, and they have these again. It's just under a different SKU number. Might be slightly different, but it looks the same to me. All right, so I'm taking cutting these off. I'm going to leave this first blue one a little long because I want to see where I'm going to put it first. I think I definitely, here, you know what I'm going to do for sure? I know I want to put a white one here because I've got the red and the white, or the red and the blue, and I want to be able to have, ooh, come on, push up, push up, push up. Ah, there we go. Yeah, there we go, come on. All right, let me see where this is going to go. Perfect. Make sure it's not sticking out the back. Okay, I can take a little bit off. A little bit off the top. But again, like I was doing before, I can wrap a tine around this. Come on, leaves, come on up. If it has too much leaves on there too, you can always pull off some of these leaves. I like to leave them on because I like, if I'm going to add green, then I might as well add the green, you know. But it might not let me get it in there as deep as I want, so I might have to take one off. Oh no, that's good. All right, perfect. Perfect. All right. I like that. Looks really good right there. All right. Now let's see where I'm going to add some of these. I had a blue one. I think I want to add a blue right in here. Let me see. Let me try to get it. I'm weaving it. I've got it wrapped around a tine. All right, cool. Cool. I'm going to glue that on the tine. Just a little bit. Doesn't have to be a whole bunch. Just enough where it's going to stay. All right. So now let's look for a red. Got a pretty red right here. It's looking nice. Push this up a little bit. All right, I think maybe around here, which means that will wrap around that. And then I will put some glue right down toward the bottom. Okay, I like that. Sometimes you can bend them just a little bit so that they kind of face us a little bit more. There we go. Pretty, pretty. All right. Sorry, I keep going back and touching the bow. All right. Let's do another red. Probably right around here. All right. Now I can push that in a little further. Uh-oh, what am I hitting? There we go. All right. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. There we go. All righty. Looking good. All right, let's see where else. I think maybe it feels like something needs to kind of go right down here a little bit. I'm going to hold up a flower for just a second and see what we think. Oh, yep. Yep. I like it. I like it. I like it. All right. wrapping and tying around the stem. Because again, I don't like to rely strictly on glue. Glue is great, but if it gets too hot, you want it to still be able to stay in there. Okay. I'm going to do another red down toward the bottom. Probably like right in here. Let me see if I can actually get that through. Here, you know what? I'm going to open up this spot. I'm going to put the flower in it. And then I'm going to close it up. And then I'll add a dab of glue. Sorry, you're looking at the back of my head. There we go. All right. You know, I feel like I need a little piece of greenery up at the top. I just feel like it's a little lopsided, so I'm going to take one of the smaller ones out of here. Here we go. I just kind of feel like I need to balance that out. I'm kind of putting that back in here. All right. Let's find your spot, ma'am. Get you in there. Come on. Yeah, I like that. All right. Hold on, I gotta get another glue stick. I use Gorilla Glue sticks. They've never failed me. All right. There we go. I feel like that gives it better balance. All right. All right, I'm liking that. Okay. I don't know if I need more roses or not. I'm kind of thinking like I might try to go to the I'm not going to use these because this blue, it's not the same blue. You notice how, I don't know if you can really tell, but this is more of like a brighter blue and that's more of a navy. So I'm going to put those to the side. But I can use these. Oh, good. I'm glad you agree with me, Marilyn. It's nice to have someone else's opinion and say, no, you're not crazy. I think that looks good there too. Okay, thank you. Thank you. All right. I want to add some stuff right in here. So I'm going to lift this up. And I'm going to just like I did before, I'm just going to wrap this twine around it. And pull it out a little bit. All right, kind of doing that, getting a little red, white, and the blue sticking out of there. Now I just got to go back and add a little bit of glue. Perfect. There, that kind of gave it a little bit more pop in there because I didn't want it to look, you know, boring. All right. Sorry, I was trying to fix my curl. Let's go back. Let's rewind that again. All right. Alrighty. There we go. Looking good. Let me see. I got 2 other ones of these. Let's see where else I want to stick them. I kind of almost think like maybe kind of mixed in with this. I like it. There, so it kind of just mixes in there along with these little curls there. That sets it off nicely. I got one other set. Let's see where we think we want these babies. No. I don't know. Actually, I kind of like that. I kind of like it. No. I don't like that you can see the white wire. That's kind of like the there's camouflage there, but there any other place it's going to look a little too. Here. There we go. You can see it, but then the gem kind of hides the white. Okay. All right. Fixing my cascades there. They got a little wrinkle. Check the rest of this. I'm just trying to push my bow back. I don't want it to look like it's coming forward. Okay. I'm gonna take just the tiniest hair off the top. Tiniest hair. Like an 1/8 inch. There, I think that lays a little better. We can see that blue rose better. Okay. Let me take a little bit off this too. A little bit. There we go. Because I got that there, so I don't need that. All right, I don't think I want to add too much more. I think I might be good, because I don't want to add so much that I end up having to charge an arm and a leg for it either. You know, that's the other thing is, yeah, it's great to put in all these really cool, expensive things, and it looks awesome, but you have to make sure you're going to get your money back. So that's my thing. All right. Okay, take a look. Do you guys see any holes, anything where you think I need to add a little more? I think I like it. I don't want to add too many more roses either. I mean, I have more roses I can add, but I just don't. Okay, I see a spot. I see a spot for a rose. Yeah. All right. Just kind of like almost by the same spot where I had these stars. There. There. You see, I think I need anything else. I don't think, I did think about maybe putting one down here. I'm just trying to feed it through temporarily for now to see what I think. No, definitely not white because I didn't realize I had that many whites. Maybe. Yeah, I think maybe. The question is, where can I feed this through? It's kind of wanting to go. All right, I can actually, I got it through a spot. I just got to glue it. Sorry, you're watching my head. There. It's just small, it's tucked away, but I think it just makes it look a bit more finished down there. Even though I messed up my curl again. There we go. All right. Come on. There's a glue booger on it. I'm trying to get the glue booger off. All right, well, I don't want to scratch it. I'll go get a nice cloth later. But I think that's it. Yeah, and I got greenery, I got the roses, I got the fun stuff in there. I got this, I love this 1.5 inch ribbon. I'm in love with it. It's so pretty. All right, I think that's going to be it, guys. I think so. All right. Yay! First Patriotic done. I'm so excited. Yay! Do 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 do. I'm not going to sing the Star Spangled Banner. No. Alrighty. Excellent. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me on a Friday night, or Emily, a Saturday morning, if you will. But I hope you guys had fun tonight. And I am going to be live on Facebook Monday at noon Central. But it's going to be, I think we're going to do some Mother's Day mug arrangements, some small ones I can put in my boutique. It's going to be a shorter one because I don't want to miss the eclipse. I'm so excited. My daughter's afraid she's going to burn her eyes. I'm like, no, the school has the special glasses. It's fine. So that'll be exciting, but it'll be a quicker one. And I should have this listed at some point this weekend. I'll have this up on my site for sale at sweetariadecor.com. Okay? Thank you guys so much. Your support means everything to me. This little introvert is just so happy when even one person watches. So thank you so much. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. Thank you. Bye-bye.